Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to discuss the latest amendments in capital gains chapter. So part 1 is already uploaded. Please do check those amendments as well. And capital gains में जो amendments है ना, which are very important from exam point of view, and definitely the questions will be framed relating to these amendments. So do not miss this. Please watch this video till the end. Okay. First and foremost, it is about long-term capital asset. ठीक है, long-term capital gains में ना the rate has been changed. Earlier there were two rates. Okay, 10% for listed equity shares, mutual funds. So it was 10% earlier, and for other assets it was 20%. Okay, but now the rate has been changed. They said ki we want to simplify the tax system, and they have come up with a flat rate of 12.5% for all the capital assets. Okay, so either it is listed equity shares और इक्विटी ओरिएंटेड म्यूचुअल फंड्स, बिजनेस ट्रस्ट, अदर एसेट्स लाइक प्रॉपर्टी हो गया, गोल्ड हो गया, अनलिस्टेड शेयर्स हो गए, जो भी अगर लॉन्ग टर्म है ना तो उसका रेट है 12.5%. ठीक है. सो एंड दैट टू विदाउट इंडेक्सेशन बेनिफिट. द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज देयर इज नो इंडेक्सेशन बेनिफिट. सो वंस दिस was announced in the budget, there were so many people which were against to this. Okay, suppose I have purchased a property in 2005. ठीक है, उसके ऊपर द सेल प्राइस हैज़ बीन इन्फ्लेटेड एवरी ईयर. नाउ दे आर सेइंग कि विदाउट इंडेक्सेशन बेनिफिट, सपोज इफ आई हैव परचेज्ड इट फॉर 1 लाख. ठीक है, एंड द सेल वैल्यू इज नाउ 50 lakhs. ओके, सेल वैल्यू इज 50 lakhs and I have purchased it for 1 lakh. So on 49 lakhs I'll have to end up paying tax if they don't give me indexation benefit. Correct. So many people were against this amendment. So Nirmala Sitharaman said ki if you have purchased any property before July 23rd, 2024, then in that case you have a choice. Take indexation benefit and pay 20% tax, or pay only 12.5% tax. Okay. For rest all other assets it is 12.5% in case if it is a long-term capital asset. I hope this is clear. Now next amendment is in section 111A. Section 111A talks about listed equity shares, mutual funds and units in business trust only, but the holding period is less than 12 months. Then it becomes a short term. Okay, in that case earlier the tax rate was 15%. Now it has become 20%. Okay, see, in the last 3-4 years, if you see, there's a huge amount of people started investing in equity shares. Okay, so these investors are not long term investors. Okay, they're short term investors. Okay, आज इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, कल बेच देंगे, या आज इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, नेक्स्ट वीक बेच देंगे. ठीक है, देयर मार्जिन इज अराउंड लाइक 3-4%, बट एट द सेम टाइम देर आर लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पीपल आर अर्निंग गुड अमाउंट ऑफ रिटर्न्स. Government has seen this. Now they targeted these people. If you are a trader, then this is a bad news for you. So the tax rate now is 20%. Take, see, it is as a finance minister, it is her job to get more funds to the government. At the same time, she has to balance it out. Okay, now let's see how they have balanced in section 112A. Section 112A is for equity shares only, but for long term. If you're holding it for more than 12 months, then section 112A is applicable for long term investors. Okay, in case if you have got any long term capital gains, then earlier the tax rate was 10%, and then the limit was 1 lakh. Okay, up to 1 lakh you don't have to pay any tax. Earlier, over and above 1 lakh you have to pay 10% tax. So now they have increased the tax rate to 12.5%. जो 10% था, that has been increased to 12.5%. At the same time, जो limit था 1 lakh, that has been increased to 1,25,000. Okay, if your capital gains from equity shares long term, if it is up to 1,25,000, you don't have to pay any tax. Over and above, on that you have to pay 12.5%. I hope it is clear. See the way they have balanced it. See, the tax rate has been increased by 25%. 10% को they have increased to 12.5%. They have increased the tax rate by 25%. And at the same time, the limit is also increased by 25%. Okay, 1 lakh को 25% they have increased up to 1,25,000. Okay, so the limit is increased, the tax rate is also increased. That's how you balance stuff. And then unlisted shares, unlisted bonds, unlisted debentures. So there was recently there was another section inserted 50AA. ठीक है, that is also a recent amendment only, which says कि उसका कोई long term होता ही नहीं. Irrespective of the period of holding, always it will be treated as short term. ठीक है, there won't be any indexation benefit for short term capital gains. Right. So now unlisted bonds, unlisted debentures. I'm not saying unlisted equity shares. I'm saying unlisted bonds, unlisted debentures. these have been included in section 50AA. ठीक है. So the period of holding, earlier it was 36 months. Now they have reduced it to 24 months. Like if you are holding it for more than 24 months, it becomes long term. But if you have gained anything, any gains will be treated as short term capital gains only. Okay. Any gains will be considered as short term capital only, irrespective of its holding. So there is no indexation benefit for these two. Clear, right? Perfect. Now this is already covered in gold. See, there is no indexation benefit now after amendment. Flat 12.5% you have to pay for long term. If it is a long term, no indexation benefit, flat 12.5%, reduce your cost amount. On the gain that you have got, 12.5% pay tax. That's it. But if it is a short term, then as per slab rates. Perfect, no? Let's go. So these are basically the amendments, and I have given a chart. With this chart, no, it summarizes everything. Okay, just pay attention for the next 2 minutes. Everything will be sorted. See, first, listed equity shares. It falls under section 112A. Earlier the tax rate was 10% and exemption limit was up to 1 lakh, right? Now the tax rate has been increased to 12.5%, and at the same time limit is also increased to 1,25,000. This we have discussed. Done. Listed equity shares, in case of short term, it falls under 111A. Earlier it was 15%, now it became 20%. Done. Now listed equity shares mutual, then this becomes equity linked mutual funds. Then section 112A and 111A is only applicable in this case. Okay, like above. If it is a long term, then 112A. If it is a short term, then 111A. Perfect, no? And then if it is up to 35%, then that falls under section 50AA, which is always short term. Okay, irrespective of the holding, if it is under section 50AA, no, it is always short term, right? Perfect. There's no change in this, by the way. Okay. Now listed business trust, REAT investments, no, for all this, earlier it was 36 months period of holding. Now there is no 36 months. Okay, either 36 months has been brought down to 12 months. If it is listed, it is brought down to 12 months. Or if it is not listed, other asset, then that has come down to 24 months. So 36 months, no, completely they have removed. 36 months they have removed. Indexation they have removed. Remember that. Perfect. So since it is a listed, no, its period of holding has come down to 12 months. In par with equity shares, listed equity shares. Chalo. So same. 112A and 111A is only applicable. Long term हुआ तो 112A, short term हुआ तो 111A. Perfect. Now we are talking about unlisted equity shares. See, if it is a long term note, 112A is applicable. Earlier, no, 20% tax rate was applicable with indexation. Okay, now they have changed it to 12.5%. Okay, either it is listed equity shares, unlisted equity shares. If it is a long term, 12.5%, no indexation. Clear. Now unlisted equity shares in case of short term. Okay, earlier also slab rate, now also it is slab rate. There is no change in this. Okay, chalo. Unlisted bonds and debentures, as we have discussed, this has been inserted in section 50AA. So always it is a short term only. Earlier it was 20%, but now since they have inserted this in 50AA, it will be treated as short term, and short term is always taxable as per slab rates. Perfect. See, immovable property, no, earlier it was taxed at the rate 20% with indexation. Okay, now it is 12.5% without indexation. There is one exception we have discussed. Agar property, we will discuss that also. See, if property before July 23, 2024, in case if you have purchased any land or building, then on that the SSC will get a choice, either pay 12.5% without indexation or pay 20% with indexation. Perfect. Yes. So this is about the amendments and also the tax rates. So in a nutshell, no, if it is a long-term capital gain, then the rate is 12.5%. There is only one exception, that is land or building. Okay? If you have purchased before July 23rd, then 12.5%, or C is giving a choice, or pay 20% with indexation. Perfect. And then long-term, short-term capital gains, always slab rates, but उसका एक ही exception है, that is listed equity shares का. If it is a short term, then pay 20%. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful. Please do share this with your friends and show some support, man. Please do subscribe, and next video will be on TDS. There also we have good amount of changes, and we'll cover each and everything, and definitely you can expect questions from these amendments in the next May 2025 attempt. So let's go, guys. Thank you all so much.